Hello guys, welcome back to my SimCity 4 Let's Play. This is episode 14, and if you've been paying a bit of attention you might notice that I skipped episode 13. And you might ask, why is that? Well, the number 13 actually caused me a lot of bad luck. I don't really believe in such things, but it happened, yeah. I had to record episode 13 at least 3 times. The first time I had a CTD while playing and I lost most of the things I built, so that wasn't worth it. The second time I accidentally recorded my entire screen instead of just the SimCity 4 window. And then the third time the recording quality was completely off. I had accidentally selected another decoder, so it was really bad and it just wasn't worth uploading to YouTube. The file size was a lot less though. Yeah. Usually the file sizes are really huge. I'm using Fraps to record, and then sometimes these file sizes are extreme. If you record 30 minutes of video, the file size goes over 50 gigabytes, so it gets big really fast. The recording I did, I think it was 20 minutes, and the entire recording was 70 megabytes, so yeah. I was really happy with the file size, but definitely not with the quality. It was just not there would be a lot of tearing in the screen and there wouldn't be any details, so it was really pretty bad. So I'm trying some new stuff out here. Let me go into this city here. I built most of it while in Hartford. I built most of it during the last episode, during episode 13, but I couldn't upload that, so I guess I will just give you a quick overview of how the city looks to Hartford. Yeah, what has changed here? Well, this for example. At the end of episode 12 I said I would change the residential area that was over here into an industrial area, so it would fit in nicely with the industrial island that you can see in the main city, in City 1. So I did that, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It looks nice. It fits in well with the curves here. There's a small strip of residential development around it that goes up all the way over to the other side here, so over this bridge and then here too. Pretty happy with how this turned out. It looks really cool, I think. Other than that, there's of course the rail line, which has a few stations. There's one over here, and then one over here, and also this one, which is a freight station. It's actually getting quite a lot of use, yeah. Well, for my cities at least. It's not really that much people using it. I mean, 131, it's not much, but it works. The Sims just prefer to go by car. They just do. These are just farms with a little TLA2 along it. A small commercial area. Well, a big commercial area actually. And then this was actually the main focal point of the previous episode, of episode 13. Well, the episode that never became episode 13. These 3 pivotal irrigation fields. I downloaded these off the 3RRX, the 3 Rivers Region Exchange that you can find on SimCity 4 Devotion. They were made by Deadgran and also by 3 Stooges. They cooperated on it. I think Deadgran did the textures and 3 Stooges did the props here, the pivoting, the turning around irrigation thingies. Not sure how to call them. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out, except for this. You can see obviously that the props aren't really lining up well, but that's actually my fault. It's not the fault of the lots. I checked it. It's just because the terrain around here is not even, so the props become out of sync. That's a bit unfortunate, but okay, I can live with it. And it's a bit unfortunate too that these aren't actually functional. Maybe one day I will convert them into functional farms, would be really cool. To have some stage 6 or stage 7 farms. But other than that, there's not really much to show here, is there? No, not really. I think we actually need to do some road upgrading down in the main city, because it is getting a lot of people there and a lot of traffic. So I'll see you guys there. I realized I forgot to give an overview of the region as it stands right now. Yeah, this is Hartford here. This is the main city. Looks quite nice. This is City 4. Doesn't really have a name yet. And then these are the two city tiles that I developed during live streams. Or this one was even off camera, I think. This one just has agriculture areas. This one actually has quite a few residentials on it. It fits in nicely. You can see the curve here in the residentials. I actually hope I'm recording my mouse with it. I never really realized if my mouse is being recorded with the recording. I should check. And then this tile here I developed off camera as well, pretty recently after I built Hartford, because it, as you can see, the residentials also look nice here, and then we have farms behind it, so it's pretty realistic. But I'll see you guys in arrived in the main city. Not really that much has changed here. I haven't been here that often. The only things that really change is this area over here, which has been converted into a residential area. It was one of the few rural or agricultural areas that remained. I decided to convert it so we have a big city full of residential and commercial and a few industrial activities. And these are the last few remaining, so I will get rid of those first. Oh, that's actually not what I wanted to do. I wanted streets here, no thank you. I think it's always a cool moment when you can actually, when your region becomes large enough to be able to sustain an entire city without having farms. I always like that moment. I don't really encounter it that often because usually I build my cities very pre-planned and I just let everything grow and I don't really care. And so I just let everything grow. I built the entire transport system and actually then start growing everything, so you can get to so you can get multiple very much inhabitants very quickly in that way. But on this city, of course, I'm using a somewhat more of a natural, realistic way of growing the city, actually doing it in stages and hoping that everything works well, and so far it has been decent. I mean, I have had those abandonment issues for a while ago by now, but generally it has been going quite well. Of course that might, yeah, that's just, hate it when that happens. I mean, these guys, why don't they just build their houses next to the road? They just don't want to. And the problem is, I do this works, but then nothing grows on there. I apparently don't have any houses for that size, so I have to do it medium density, and then you get those apartment building like thingies. Yeah, and then this happens, and yeah, then it just doesn't look good. Yeah, guess we could do it like this. Although really the medium density stuff doesn't really look nice with the dirt roads. Yeah, okay, it's good. It'll work. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, not really much to talk about today actually. Been pretty busy with university. It started on September 24th, and so far it has kept me pretty busy. I mean, I have been able to bring out episodes, but yeah, there's a lot of schoolwork, and actually it's a bit of a change for me because when I last year I actually decided to change my main course during the year. Then it was actually too late to change, so I just took the classes that I knew were going to be useful during this year. Now I'm studying computer sciences. Last year I was doing civil engineering. And yeah, that made last year, actually the end of last year was pretty slow and easy because I didn't really have to attend that much classes. And then now, I mean, after that period and then spending like 3 months of vacation, which is how it works in Belgium, the vacation, and then suddenly having all this work again is a big change. But okay, so far I can handle it, so it's not really that much of a problem. Now what I wanted to do is actually connect these two avenues here. It's really strange. I mean, this avenue ends right here, and actually this one, while it could just intersect this one right here, so I definitely do want to change this. I think the reason I did this was because I wanted the rail to end here, back when I was working on that. This area is still pretty... Oh wow, yeah, this is getting a lot of activity now. That's great. Love it. Are these all people? Yeah, they're all... Pretty much all of them are stopping here. They're all going to work. Good. I guess I could theoretically also upgrade this into an avenue, but I think it's still too early for that. And yeah, I see there's only 4 people using it, so it's not really worth the trouble or the money. Let's put the game on pause for a second here, and then start demolishing some stuffs. What I'm not sure of actually if there is an intersection for avenues that works like this. Apparently not, or am I doing it wrong? I probably am doing it wrong actually. Maybe if I build the intersection first and then add the road to the equation, maybe that'll do it. Can't place on reserved tiles. Oh yeah, not this one, but the GLR is causing some trouble. Can I connect this? I sure can. No, this will have to change as well, of course. And then can I connect this? Please tell me I can. I cannot? Apparently not. Interesting. Well, I guess I could do it like this. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. They'll work. Although this looks a bit strange right now. I think something went wrong here. It did. Okay, yeah, so these aren't very compatible. They are now. Good. Let's rezone these. Although I could just keep them blank.
And I'm back.
Yeah. Those CTDs, man. They can't drive you crazy. But yeah, I restored this area. I didn't really have to do that much. I hadn't really built that much up until then. But this is an avenue now. As you can see, it is already functional. The people, I mean, I built this, functionality wise it isn't really needed, but I think it looks okay this way. Although in real life such a turn for a tram would be hell. I mean, imagine doing the inside turn in a tram on this part here. It would be a hellish ride. But so far everything seems alright. You can see the people going here by elevated train, by bus, by car, by pedestrian. So far so good. Then all the people taking the train here, 2,434, very good. And then the people taking this intersection. I do want to check if there's any other traffic area problems, and yes there are actually. This one here. I'm not sure what city it connects. I think it's City 4 here? Yeah, City 4. So this road here is one of the few, there's some abandonment there. One of the only 2 connections to City 4 on this side, and I had been thinking of doing a rail line that's split from here. Oh yeah, actually this one here does that. But I have been thinking of doing something similar to go into City 4 over here, but so far that has been I don't really have, there's not really any place for it. So what I could do is upgrade this into an avenue, and I think I will actually do that. I mean, I could upgrade it into a TLA2 or something, but that wouldn't help the congestion at all, since that's not how it works. Let's see how this does it. Does that work? Yeah, it does. Yeah, okay. Actually, I will have to remove most of it. I'm sure you know that I try to keep as much of the original area intact as possible. I mean, it's not possible to keep everything intact, and you would have to change the way SimCity works, and then you would have to pre-plan everything, like always keep space for extra rail lines and avenues and all that. But then the game would become not really unplayable, but I don't think it would be as fun if you pre-plan everything. Then you never run into any problems anymore. And I think the problems are sometimes what keeps the game fun. Problem solving is one of my favorite things in SimCity, which is also why I play with a very, very restrictive traffic mod, traffic simulator, because I like fixing up traffic issues as they grow. And when you use one of those super high capacity transit simulators, you just never have trouble, so you never have to solve them. which can get a bit boring after a while. So yeah, that was a pretty quick fix, but it should improve the capacity over here. The thing is though, if it's already congested here, it will probably be at least as congested in City 4 as well. And I do really need to get on with naming these cities, because even to me it is becoming pretty confusing after a while. I'm happy I named Hartford, and I also named that small new city tile that I built off camera for farms. Actually, I don't really remember how I named it though. How's the traffic now? Seems good, and there's this problem here, but that's not really a big problem. It's mainly a few cars driving. Oh, did this situation just change here? It does seem pretty bad though. Yeah, the situation actually became less worse. Became better. There are quite a few people doing it, but yeah, that's because of these big blocks here. They just require that much. They just make that much traffic. There's not much you can do about it. But it's a good thing this tram is here. It actually helps keep traffic down quite a bit, especially in this area where a lot of people can just go there by car. Oh yeah. Did I'm not sure if yeah, I did rebuild it in the previous episode. Let me just do a quick save here, then I will rebuild this area, and we'll call it an episode. Won't be the most interesting episode, but yeah, we had to do something, right? Oh yeah. Let's see here. Yes, that's not gonna work. You might have heard my cat jump out of the window there. No, yes. Street crossing. Good. And we have those SAM roads again, but okay. These are a little close, but I can live with it for now. Yeah, I did build this in the in the previous recording. Whoops! I lost more than I thought I did. But yeah, that's how SimCity works after all. You build a bit, you crash a bit. It's how it works. I've grown a bit used to it. Although once in a while you can start to feel pretty annoyed by it, of course. I mean, I would say it's a rage quit scenario when you get a CTD, but it isn't really a rage quit scenario, because you've already quit by then because you've crashed. So you can't really rage quit after a CTD. You've already quit. But yeah, it can be very demoralizing, especially when you have built a lot of complicated stuff. If you've built a big real highway. I know some people have been telling me to use real highway instead of rural highway, which I still prefer. So yeah. But it can be very demoralizing if you've done a lot of hard work and then suddenly the game just crashes on you. Did it just crash again? No, it didn't. Phew. See, that would have been a very demoralizing moment if the game would have crashed. I just wouldn't have had the motivation to record this again. Actually, let's replace this with commercial. I hope it grows something though. No, this area is still not really converted, and also this. Actually not sure if I have any 5x5 commercial. Maybe upgrade them into medium density, maybe that'll do anything. It should normally. This road isn't really useful here. Also fixes that issue there. Yeah, these aren't really growing, huh? Yeah, that's a bit of a problem with these GLR things. You can't build against it. I'm not sure what causes it, but I guess it's the GLR. It is probably modded to be mainly L-rail, and then zones are probably not made to go into L-rails. So that's probably what's wrong. It's annoying at times, but okay, I can do it. No, I do not want to. No. I always end up pushing the wrong buttons here. Yes, that's what I wanted. Let's do just some treeing over here. We could just plop in some things, but I don't really feel like it today. Seems like this is a pretty dry area. And it has been a busy couple of days. Been doing a bit of work on the SimCity 4 wiki as well, that you can find over at wiki.sc4devotion.com. We're trying, well, for a long time now, we've been trying to collect a lot of data and system on how the game works. And so far that's actually gone pretty well. We have a lot of data now, exceptionally a lot of, especially a lot of NAM related content, which has been added by a lot of NAM people. They have been very, very helpful over there, which is really cool. Because to me, that's one of the things that still has a lot of future in it, as far as SimCity 4 goes. And it's always good to have such things which are really complicated. I mean, I really don't understand what you're up to all the time. It's just you're happy when you read some of their posts. I mean, sometimes I check up on what they're doing as an associate, and then when you read some of the posts, you're just, what the hell? I don't understand what they're saying here. And then you understand like one word, and I'm just happy. Yeah, I understand the word. Awesome. So, but it's a part of modding that really has still a lot of future in it, even as far as SimCity 4 goes, because I mean SimCity 4 2013 is not that far away anymore, and I've heard that Dirk and Zelgadis of Simtropolis are going to Maxis, actually going on a visit there, and they will be getting a hands-on view of it, which would be really cool. I hope they are able to ask a lot of the questions that the community still has about it. Mainly, I think what the problem is how the multiplayer system of it will be implemented. For example, if one person who likes to ruin the game for everyone, if he could just build his entire city full of what's it called, prisons and that kind of stuff, and power plants and all that kind of polluting stuff. Since I've read that the things you do in one city will actually affect everyone, well, everyone that's near you, I hope, I guess. So I hope they Maxis implement a system where people who just deliberately make a bad city, and a city that doesn't do much in terms of gameplay, but just to annoy everyone else, can be turned off of the region system, so that the game, yeah, it would be really. I mean, I am in a way looking forward to how SimCity 2013 works out. I mean, it's something new. I'm ready to try it out, although it is a little bit expensive. Yeah, I'm looking to, but I mean, I think I would get a lot of rage moments when it turns out that those trolley people who just build cities to annoy everyone else become a thing, and then it will just be a very boring game to play, because nothing actually ever happens there. You don't have any influence on what you build yourself. It's just the people who like to ruin the game for everyone else who will be controlling your gameplay, which is not a good thing, I think. Oh yeah, one day we have to connect this. Actually, let's do it now and then end the episode. Do we have a road out here? We do not. We do have this though. But that's not going to work. Nope. I guess this could work. Yeah, it does. Awesome. Are we going to use this one? I always like that one. It looks fine. And then maybe, I'm not sure if that actually works. Probably won't work. No, that's not gonna work. I was hoping to get an S-curve in it, but it's not going to work out. Maybe if I do it like this. Nope. Like this, maybe it might work like this. Is it gonna work? Nope. Okay. That's fine. This'll work. At least people can use this road now. It's always good to have some extra possibilities. People are actually starting to use it to go to work. Yeah, I think next time I will try to get this industrial area, which is actually a pretty nice industrial area. It doesn't really pollute all that much. Most of them are high-tech jobs. It looks decent, but actually I would like to expand the commercial area around here a bit more and try to make the change from these huge towers, which were rewards, I think. The transition into the residential is a lot more smooth, because right now you get these small suburban houses next to these skyscraper thingies. So that's something I want to work on next time, and actually this helps a bit. This guy here, poor guy, he's so rich, buys this enormous mansion and he just has all these industrial buildings around him. How's the pollution data? No water pollution. Yeah, we have a few, yeah, like this one here. Purification plant. I think there's another one over here. Nope, that's just a normal water tower. Air pollution wise, of course this area is pretty polluted. And this area isn't really polluted at all, because of the fact it is mainly, yeah, medium density, or what's it called? Manufacturing. I think these are manufacturing, yeah. Dirty industry, manufacturing, and high tech, that's it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I couldn't really do much during the episode because I had to show off a lot of things that I couldn't show off in episode 13 because, you know, all the crashes and bad luck. But I'll be returning to a lot of building in episode 15 then, so see you then, guys. Bye.